What's up, everybody? Today's video I'm just going to be showing off some of my Forza 7 custom cars because I'm really lazy and I thought this would be a pretty good video. So let's start off with this. This is a Fiat Abarth 72 car raced in somebody's league. It's pretty ridiculous. 4 gears on that. We have, alright, so the NASCARs. I'm actually going to save some of the, yeah, let's go with the NASCARs. So this is my Corey LaJoie number 72 Schluter Systems Amongo Chevrolet Camaro on a Chevrolet SS because they don't have the ZL1 out yet. So this was a custom made by me. The Zamongo, the 72, and the Schluter System logos on this car were made by me. Everything else is made by somebody else. This is one of the cars I raced in a league. This is my number 98 leaf filter Starcom Fiber Schluter System Zach Tools Chevrolet SS. Whoops. This was a pretty cool car I made. I don't really think anything was made by me other than the leaf filter and the Schluter Systems logos on here. But the paint scheme, the base paint scheme, was made entirely by me. So all the base paint schemes you see are made by me. So this next one is an Xfinity car on a NASCAR Cup body. This is Jeff Green's 2018 Ryan Sieg Racing Chevrolet SS from Charlotte. The 93 was made by me. He's got the Wix Filters logo on there. Starting Park. Hopefully he'll get more opportunities in 2019. He's racing with RSS again this year, and he'll hopefully be able to run some more races. So this one is my throwback for the Lowe's Cup Series. This was my number 98 Nesquik Starcom Fiber Chevrolet SS honoring Jeff Green and his 2001 Busch Series Championship car. I'm a big Jeff Green fan. He's a really cool guy. None of the logo, only base paint and the 98 number was made by me on this one, and the Schluter Systems logo. So here is Corey LaJoie's number 72 Dragon Chain Chevrolet SS, and this one was a lot more difficult to make than it would seem. I made the Dragon Chain logo, the 72 Schluter Systems on there. It was very, very difficult to make. And if you actually, there's the hood right there too. It's got like some stripes on it. Let me actually hop in this one for a sec just to show it off. Screen, don't blur on me. So hopefully you might be able to see the stripes on top of it. I don't know. But there's the top of the car. The Monarch logo was also made by me on there, if you can see that. This was a very, very difficult car to make. Wow. But it was really fun to make. This ran at the second Kansas race. It made its debut at the Daytona July race. My screen might get blurry a second, so I'll fix that once again. Let's do a bit of that. Let's tap it. There we go. Alright. Let's see if I can move my chair up just a little bit there. So this one is another one from the Lowe's Cup Series. This is my number 98 Mountain Dew K-Love Shinedown Discord Schluter Systems Chevrolet SS. And this one was made a couple seasons ago. I originally ran it on the 93, but I rebranded it on the 98 car. So this part right here was very, very difficult to make. Like that inside, like all that was difficult to make. But I still managed to do it. It was really hard to shade and get everything just right on there. But other than that, this car was pretty easy. Here is Colwitt's number 72 Rene Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 on a Chevrolet SS from 2018. This could also be clarified as a 2017 Rene car that ran in Atlanta because it's the same scheme. But I put a ZL1 on there. This scheme ran at Atlanta. Or no, was it in Atlanta? I know it ran at the Roval, but I'm pretty sure it ran at another track. I just can't remember where. This is my personal favorite car that I've made. And I'm actually going to bring the camera up for this one, because this is an awesome looking car. This one was really, really cool. So this is my number 98 Jegs car, and this part was literally just spamming flames. But this part right here was also pretty difficult to make. I couldn't get this little white stripe to go up a little bit so it could like match. But this is my favorite car. This was originally my 25 Lowe's Cup Series Starts car, but I converted it later on. So this next one is just a glitch. This is Colwitt's 2017 Arctic Cooler Chevrolet 72. But instead it's just the 98. Which we'll get to later. Apparently we skipped a bunch of cars. So we're gonna have to go up a little bit. Oh, glitched again. We'll get to that car that you just saw in a second. Alright, so this one is my number 72 Mountain Dew Bio Blast Leaf Filter Schluter System 72 Lowe's Cup Series car. And this originally ran and made its debut race at Rio Mountain back in Season 3 of the Lowe's Cup Series, which was my very first career win of the Lowe's Cup Series. You can go check that out on Crash B Fan 65's channel. I picked up my third career win with this car at Rio Mini. Or no. Yeah. Or was it Road Atlanta? My second career win. It was one of the two. But I actually managed to make it to the Final Four with this car in the 93 for Exalta Racing. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to win the championship, but I got third, and that was only third in point standings. That was only that was my first full-time season in the Lowe's Cup Series. So that was really an adventure. From almost missing the chase to making it into the Final Four was really a shocker. This one is my number 70 LCW car, J.D. McDuffie Tribute. And this was a car that ran in J.D. McDuffie's final race, where he was sadly fatally injured on a lap 5 incident. And J.D. McDuffie is my favorite driver of all time that I did not get to see race. And on the hood, that's a little advertisement advertising Barack Beard, owner of Last Card on Info's book, JD, which is available on Amazon. Because I still haven't read it, but I really want to. This next one is a playoff scheme from Season 3 of the Lowe's Cup Series. This is my 93 Caleb, quote, K-Bird Chevrolet SS, and I specifically made this car as a tribute to my bird who passed away in July of 2018. One of the oldest living cockatiels in the world, 26 years old. So that was a real adventure with that bird. That bird was older than me, and I've known that bird since the beginning of my life. I almost won with this car. It was like the big Rio track, but I was not able to after a late race restart incident. This is my number 98 Desmion Jegs Schluter Systems Chevrolet SS, and this car was a last-minute design for one of my favorite music producers called Desmion, and he basically produces drum step, dubstep, and melodic dubstep. And so he's been one of my favorites, and I first heard his music back in 2016, and I kind of fell in love with it, so I thought this was a pretty cool design. And a lot of the cars I did on Forza 6 with my first season in Lowe's Cup Series was I used to put flames on it. I used to put flames, and I don't know why. This is an uncompleted Corey LaJoie number 72 Winn-Dixie car that ran at Talladega Fall 2018. So it wasn't completed, but I don't know what to do. This car was a car, it's a pretty embarrassing car, this next car that I made a year ago. This car never actually ran. It was just back when I first started playing a game called Doki Doki Literature Club, and it was a really stupid game, and I did one live stream on it when I started playing it myself, and I didn't like the game, and I don't plan on making another video on that, because that's not quality content, but I got no words for this car. This next car is my number 98 Mountain Dew mix that was never actually ran. It was supposed to be Code Red, regular, Blast, and then, I can't remember what flavor that was. But the car never actually ran because it was incomplete. So, this next car is my most recent car, and this is honoring my grandpa, who raced. I actually have a photo of it. Number 606. This is a photo of my grandfather's car, and he's the reason racing is in my blood. This is from the Score Parker 400 from Arizona in 1979, and this is a Datsun 1000. And so, as you can see, the number is 606, and he never finished the race. I think he finished last, but you noticed the ribbon on the car, and the ribbon is, yes, it's a cancer ribbon. Don't want to get into it, but my grandpa is currently terminally ill with cancer, so I'm running this car as a tribute. As of today, he's still alive, but just wanted to show my appreciation for him. I'm gonna get off of that car before I start tearing up. Once again, this is the same exact car. This is the car I ran right after I was released from Exalta, so it was just, I was still searching for sponsorship for my team in the Lowe's Cup Series. We stuck cancer ribbon on there again, lung cancer. One of my favorite cars from 2018, this is Corey LaJoie's number 72 Gas Monkey Garage Haviline Schluter Systems Zach Tools Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. The car explains itself. This was really fun to make, and I'm actually surprised TriStar didn't make a diecast of this. Oh yeah, and there's Discovery Education on it too. But it was still a really cool car. See if we can, there we go. This was the car I ran at the throwback race at Indianapolis, or no, at Homestead, where I finished fourth or third. This is J.D. McDuffie's number 70 Rumpel Pontiac, which I ran as a Chevrolet. So I really like this car. I really do. This is my favorite J.D. McDuffie scheme, and this is his 1984 5 car, I want to say. I don't know. This is a tribute to David Pearson. It's 6 on the hood, 67, and then there's a 21 tribute. This is his car that he ran in his very first start. And the car explains itself. The car explains itself. This is the car I ran at Rio Mini. This is Colwitt's number 60 Red Bull Camping World Truck Series truck on a cup car, and I ran this in one of my final races for Exalta. Because I am a Colwitt fan, as most people know. And a couple of months, it was only 1 month after I released How I Became a Colwitt Fan video that Colwitt actually announced his retirement to spend more time with family, so that will be yikes for me. Here is Brennan Gaughan's number 62 South Point Hotel and Casino car. The number is really crappily made, but I couldn't find another one, so it's really shoddy, so is the logo. The car still is a little bit unfinished, but it'll be back in 2019, so. I already went over this. Hold up. Glitching out a little bit here. This is my number 98 Exalta Racing K-Love Schluter Systems Procore Mountain Dew car, and it's still got 3 winner stickers on it from last season in the Lowe's Cup Series. I actually won 4 races that season, I think. I think it was 4. I can't remember. Those are my only 4 career wins in the Lowe's Cup Series. But this is a cool car. I like to make this. This is based off my car in a private Gary's Mod Racing Development Series. So, it's based off of it. I like it. Casey Kane's 2018 Procore Chevrolet Camaro Z01 and Mystic Advance also made a car of this, but I made it first. This is a really cool car. This was a really cool car. The Procore logo is made by me. I wanted to make the inverted version, but I didn't really feel like it, because I was lazy, so. Another embarrassing car. This was planned to run this season. It was a Diva car. It was an Overwatch car, but unfortunately, I'm Already Tracer became a meme, so I decided to back out of it because I know I'd never hear the end of it. And I've actually stopped playing Overwatch because of it. This is my number 93 Leaf Filter MBT car, and if you're a sprint car fan, you'd know that this is already a tribute to Jason Johnson, who was my favorite sprint car driver, besides Tony Stewart, that passed away in an accident in 2018. And it was very upsetting about that. So this is my number 93 Harley Davidson Coca-Cola car, and this was made on Father's Day. So my dad used to own a bike, so this is a little tribute to his bike. And I think he still has it. I can't remember, but this is Corey LaJoie's number 72 Zamongo Schluter Systems Zach Tool Chevrolet Camaro Z01 from Michigan, I think. I can't remember, but the 72 Zamongo logo Schluter Systems were made by me, so this is really cool. If you want to have some of these sponsors, make sure when searching for like layer groups while creating a car, you search up my gamer tag NASCAR Chaos 15 no spaces. You'll get there. This is Colwitt's number 72 Schluter Systems PPP Chevrolet Camaro Z01. And this is from Sonoma. PPP, I can't remember what it stands for, but it's a company that runs in Colwitt's family. I think it's like the newer version of Ted Witt Plumbing. But this is the car that he ran, and at the time, before this race, Colwitt was the only driver who had never DNF'd at Sonoma. But halfway through the Sonoma race, Colwitt lost a shock in his car, and he crashed, and it took him out. No, sorry, he was the only driver not to DNF and to finish on the lead lap in every race at Sonoma, so. This is a car I don't really want to see the names of. We'll just give you a good look at it. And we'll take it off because there are some names on there. And this is a cancer awareness car honoring some of my family members who passed away due to cancer. And this car ran in Season 3 of the Lowe's Cup Series. I just finished up this car again, and I originally had made this car, but the game glitched, and it had made me completely redo the car, like 6 months ago. So I had completely remade it. This is Corey LaJoie's number 72 Schluter Systems Zach Products Chevrolet Camaro Z01, and it's basically the inverted version of his car from Daytona, and this first debuted at Kansas in May, and I got to meet Corey LaJoie with the debut car at Kansas in May. So that was a really cool opportunity for me. Here is Corey LaJoie's number 72, myfreedomsmokes.com. Please do not smoke. Do not smoke. But that's the sponsor of this car. This is his car from Charlotte. Schluter Systems and Army logo on there, military logo. I can't remember what it is, but that was a really cool car to make. Here's my number 98 Mountain Dew Schluter Systems Desmion Trap Nation Procore car mix that I made. And this was inspired off of one of Mystic's mix cars where he did Procore and something else, so I wanted to do that. And so this is got Bio Blast on it and Procore on it, and this was, I got positive feedback for this car. This is my primary for the Lowe's Cup Series in 2018. This is my Menards Leaf Filter Articoolers.com Jegs Schluter Systems Chevrolet Camaro Z01. And, oh, it's also got Mountain Dew on the hood. Don't know if you can see that. But this car was really cool to me because it's a Matt Crafton throwback. It's the black base paint. Matt Crafton's car was originally it had blue as the base and these three colors, so I wanted to do that except black because I thought it looked better on the car. This is my Season 3 Lowe's Cup Series throwback. This is the car I made the chase in at Indianapolis. This is my number 42 Bell South Schluter Systems car, and this is honoring Kenny Irwin Jr., who was sadly fatally injured without giving the chance to show off his full potential. And he was fatally injured in this very car, except it was a Chevrolet Monte Carlo. 98 Arctic Coolers car, Mountain Dew, Schluter Systems car. It's got dragon chain up here. This is one of my favorite cars. I thought a darker tone would look a lot better on it, and it turned out it did. So I thought this car was a really cool fit. One of the random cars I made, it's literally, they told us to pick any number for our car, so I picked Infinity. This is just a random car I made for another league on a Monte Carlo Super Sport. It's a really poorly made car, but it's a Colwitt car, so. Dodge. Alright, now on to the Fords. So we have... So, remember how I said there was an original version of the 25th start for Lowe's Cup Series? Well, this right here that you're about to see on this side is the original base plate. It originally looked like this before I stuck all the other stuff on it. So I put it on a Ford for one of my friends so he could race this game because he really liked it. This is my custom paint of Michael Mattel's number 34 Halo Ford Fusion, and this was made a few days after the paint scheme was released. So this is a cool car. I really like it. This is one of the cars I made without a lot of experience. I believe this was the first custom car I made on Forza 7. So this is Matt Benedetto's poorly made number 32 Corvette Parts Can-Am Ford Fusion from 2018, and this car was supposed to be the original primary, but it only ended up racing in like 5 races. The primary raced in other races, but this is a car I made for another. This is putting my real genius to the test, because this car was great. I got nowhere. This was made for the PP Truck Series is what it was called, and it was a whole joke. We just raced trucks. The Honda. Is this my Rossi? Yes. So this is my Alexander Rossi, number 27, Napa Auto Parts Honda. And this is a cool car that I decided to make. This is a 2018 car. And I kind of wish he would have won the championship, but he didn't. So, but this is his Napa car. This is a lot of fun to make. I didn't realize I've been recording for this long, so. Hot Wheels cars. That's an interesting car. I didn't know I had all these. Wow. This is another car I ran in the truck series. Really poorly made, also one of my first Forza Motorsport 7 cars. So I don't really want to get into that because you've probably seen that scheme 100 times now. We're coming to the end here. This was a car I made after Snip 3R 411 in spaces on YouTube. Before I made a channel, he started kicking me from his parties and he banned me from his league, so I made this car in a protest of that. And it was originally a lot worse than this, but Sniper didn't race in the race. I swore that I would recommend the next race, so I actually did recommend with it. No, I didn't. He didn't race in the race I ran this car, so that was kind of funny. But that is all of my Forza Motorsport 7 cars. You can comment your favorite down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.